Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
And why we should go through this rigorous, chaotic, demoralizing, and inexplicable situation after much cogitation on this clandestine and surreptitious motive? He said, and I quote, "I am not a magician. Forgetting words are like egg. Once broken, they are gone. Once spoken, they remain indelible in the heart of man." Come to think of it, do they have the powers, the spiritualism, the abracadabra, the voodoo to perform the magic, and as well transmogrifically transmute and transfigurate this ugly, debilitating, and exasperating situation? I saw it. The locution, "I am not a magician," in its jocularity in quote 1. 2, the uncircumscribed bluster and in a vituperative ululation. I saw it in their hocus pocus explicandum, explication, elucidation, where we thought the shibboleth was a travesty and a parody to lampoon the masses expected a limousine from the government. After the miserly, the niggardly, the disappearing, the penurious, and the parsimonious, that I will say and remind us at this point in time that this is democracy. The government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not oligarchy, plutocracy, and aristocracy. The catchword, the byword, the shibboleth, the locution, the conversion, the paroxysm, the spasm are counterintuitively excruciating, malodorous, horrendous, odoriferous, and odorous. But I pray that there's so much acclimatized transmogrification, there's so much acclimatized transmutation. It's not an act of sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be the political Moses that will take us to the promised land? Only on this note will I koto in Japoho, or else I will not koto in Japoho. Sententious, inarticulate, and uncommunicative on this act of recidivism, which is the verisimilitudinous xenophobic attack on my consanguinities, thinking it is a path to honorificability dignitatis. Honorificability dignitatis is a verbal prolixity, a sesquipedalian word, a state of achieving honors. Yes. You see, the vilification, language, jejun, wobicon, an obstinate conspiracy, melancholy that led to this cartel, nauseous, and miasmatic vituperative attack. This is barbaric and megalomaniacal. My pain is this. But I've refused to act. What a devitalizing, a petrifying, and a desiccating situation. To me, the belligerent, deleterious, cantankerous, and murderous annihilation, decapitation, obliteration, and mutilation of my consanguinity in their milieu is sardonic, opprobrious, malevolent, contumelious, erroneous, lugubrious, and clamorously exasperating. It's in a political hogomondogos way. Yes, the Muay Thai. We are in a debilitating, lobotomizing, and ignominious political muahaha. Political yo, political holy-poly. Tell Mr. President, we are tired of the mendacilloquence, prostitute, and sabanism. Yes, mendacilloquence. Telling lies in an awful way, prostitute, propaganda. It's in a political hogomondogos way. Yes, the Muay Thai. We are in a impedimental, combustible, and volatile lemma. In its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha, academic yo-ho-ho, caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership rababaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Your boo-boo has poo-pooed into your business. The bifurcation and abdication of the vision in the name of honorificability to the dignitatis, just to score cheap political points. Then floxina, hilipilificating. You see, the stilty, politicos of torrent rodomontates and defalcators that you and I know. The lab notation of their eleemosinaries, ostentatious and libidinous lifestyle shows that they are out. Oh, obliteration, mutilation, decapitation. Say no to this academic bantigism, academic noctambulism, and academic malocclusion, which their children are not part of. It is appalling. That is the reason I've been in a compendious, laconic lacuna, not a recapitulation. But let me tell you this, that it is Leca and Polcratidinus that in a legotla, in an imbizo, flagitious, and enervating lematas, were excogitatedly ruminate how the recidivistical politicals move from budget disappearance to budget doctoration. Now we are faced with a debilitating, exasperating thing with a financial lobotomization. But I pray that this will not ignite a clamorous remonstration. Now come to think of it, how dare they deplete the citizens of their obstreperous and vociferous modus vivendi? Enough of this vilification and solipsism. This is execrably pugnacious, pestilential, and attenuating. Imagine the imbibition of the political rodomontates, which has kept us in an abject ululation. Why? This is sardonic, opprobrious, malevolent, contumelious, erroneous, lugubrious, and exasperating. What a political baloney. What a political ballyhoo. What a political bunkum, balderdash, and hogwash. At this point, I will borrow the words of the great sesquipedalian logomanian, that it is crystal clear, like the biblical mene teke you've seen, that this administration has no blueprint footprint on socio-economic matters. But I will advise you to tell Mr. President that following his antecedent and pedigree, we know him, he can do better. Tell him to do better. But at this point, we will not kowtow in their poho. This impedimenta, combustible and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic mwahaha, academic yo-ho-ho, caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership rababaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Your boo-boo has put into your business the bifurcation and abdication of the vision in the name of honorificability to dignitatis, just to score cheap political points. Then floxina, sini hilipilificating. You see, the stilty, politicals of torrent rodomotates and defalcators that you and I know, the lab annotation of their eleemosinaries, ostentatious and libidinous lifestyle, shows that they are out. Oh, obliteration, mutilation, decapitation. Say no to this academic bantigism, academic noctambulism, and academic malocclusion, which their children are not part of.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much
important. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
This is TGIF, Thank God it's Friday. That's what they mean. Yes, so we agree with that. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Another day. Great opportunity. Good time. So, once again, bring the issues to the people as they unfold. June 5th, 2026, the reign of Judah Christopher. Great day it is. Thank you all for coming on, people. Can appreciate you the more. You're so massive, so extraordinary, so great. I'm Sam Andrews, as always. Sam Andrews. Grateful we are to God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe, the God who keeps watch over each and every one of us, faithful in all of his ways, never reneging on his promises, but fulfilling every word that he uttered in the fullness of time. Good God, faithful God, reliable God. And you too, you are so great, so extraordinary. Yes. It is Friday. They say TGIF in Monrovia, Liberia, meaning from Monday to Friday, stressful. It's time to de-stress. So they go jollying, go partying. 3 o'clock, 3:18, 3:19. Most of the entertainment centers around are filled with government officials everywhere, different people. They are amusing themselves. Great. So we on from Monday to Friday. Got no time to de-stress after today, Friday, the show, and then we're getting ready again for tomorrow, and then tomorrow Sunday, and then from Sunday, Monday again, a whole new week. That's what it is. Martin Luther King said, whatever your hand find to do, be the best of whatever you are. That even if you build your house in the wood, the wall will make a beaten path through your door. Compromise nothing. Trade nothing for commitment. Do whatever that you got to do and do it to the best of your ability. That's what we are at Kings 88.5. Let's bring on few of you. Time is of the essence. Chiatokpa, New Crew Town, District 16, Francis Jusu, Lofa County, Vinicius Bar, New Crew Town, Claude de Port, Jethro Woodway, Congo Town, Willem K. Sumawolo. Yes, great man, GM brother. Okay. Yeah, hi there. Okay. The message is taken, noted. Great. All right. Hope that you are faring well. Willem K. Sumawolo. Yes, I got the message. Thank you. We'll do just that. Musa A. Sharif, Congo Town, Morris, Zodua, Mecklin Street, Waterside, Mata Puyo, Batnersville Estate, Nathan Blair, Barcelona, Spain, Ibrahim Krumah, where I am factory, your residence, Yasha Sharif, USA, Philip Blamo, Rising Sun, Dallas, Texas, USA, Silver, Washington, Brewerville, Stephen Yakati, Cotton Tree, Lower Magibi County, B. Ibrahim Smart, Kakata, Magibi County, Honorable Edmond Kofa Jr., St. Paul Bridge, Zuba Town, Saturday Woodaway, Atlanta, Georgia, USA, Cogway Widow, Mangibi County, Perry Slobart, New Jersey, USA, Robin Cannon, Masabolan Town, that's Lofa County, William Hoff, Minnesota, USA. CN Menza, Grand Cayman County. Emmanuel Bro, Minnesota, USA. Amanda Dobber, Mangibi County. Jeff Junaway, Grand Jida County. Otage Oski 540. Zio Gonga. Jacob Town. Morris Gray, ERWA Rehab Community. Jukontichie, your resident. Jumun Colley, that's Jumun Colley, your residence. Jukontichie, your business center. Johnson Street, Morovia. Rita Christine Heads, Massachusetts, USA. My dear sister, Orita Sonnewick Choir, great woman, kind-hearted, very good woman. Hope that you are faring well. Thank you for all the pieces of support, pieces of advice, and just everything. You are so special, so extraordinary. Thank you so much. The chairman himself, Roman Rico, Kenneth Boy, Latupan, chairman, Block 13, District 13 Intellectual Center. Good to have you on, Mr. Chairman. All of you, welcome, great people. So it's Friday, it's the weekend. What do we have on our plate? But let's get out of Liberia. Then we move on to what we've got on our plate, and that we'll be doing it for today to get ready for the weekend on tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Unleash your potential. And on Sunday, focus on Christianity. Public anger is mounting across Nigeria after a new wave of school abductions, with activists demanding urgent government action to rescue kidnapped students and teachers. The latest incident involving 7 students seized in Zamfara State has intensified fears that mass school kidnappings are spreading beyond their traditional hotspots. DR Congo, the World Cup aids a chance to write a new chapter, but their preparations have been overshadowed by an Ebola outbreak in the east of the country. Health restrictions, disrupted travel plans, and uncertainty for supporters are turning what should be a celebration into nightmare. After waiting 52 years, some fans may not be there to watch the World Cup. Kenyan President William Ruto said his government was doing the right thing in allowing a proposed U.S.-backed Ebola facility at Laikipia Air Base in Yauki. He added Kenya would look very inhumane if it refused the request. Protests and legal challenges have followed criticisms of Kenya hosting a facility intended for Americans who may have been exposed to Ebola. A Kenyan court has ordered work on the project to be suspended pending further proceedings. And South Africa will dispatch envoys across Africa and internationally following a wave of xenophobic attacks targeting foreigners. After talks with Kenyan counterpart William Ruto, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa told reporters South Africa seeks to explain its position and address concerns raised by xenophobic violence. It comes as migrants from African countries seek shelter after anti-immigrant protests turned violent. Mozambique says at least 5 of its citizens were killed in recent attacks. Those are some of the developments unfolding out of Liberia. Let's get to what we've got. Liberia. Mm. No better place to start than this. I cannot consider it ingratitude, but it is what she felt. This woman's son, though Compton tried putting some reason to it this morning on his show, but he did not have the input from a human standpoint and a mother standpoint. He was looking at it, but not understanding that the woman is her own problem. She is a faker in herself. Why it is true that we are all humans, we don't want that. The boy did not sign up for such a terrible condition to be in. But if the boy dies, I can say she killed the boy. She traded the boy's life for government sympathy. When the issue came out, a couple of media institutions and individual journalists took the matter with every urgency of the moment, given how it was deliberate, intentional, and unregretting by Unity Party people. I took up the responsibility, having listened to all of the sides and got her version, that she will have some dialogues to take care of the son, given the don't care attitude, the people who sodomized allegedly her son. Before we transitioned, before we came into Painesville, I got through to her with the help of Verity News that lifted the story. They sent me her number with her location and everything. And I got through to her, and we have what we call in broadcast off-air discussion. And I told her, I think your condition is terrible. Let me put myself in your condition. So I know what you're going through. Your son is between life and death. But why the case is ongoing, that the government has acknowledged and claimed to have gotten into custody the alleged doers of the act, let's pay attention to the boy's condition, because you said you were spending so much in the hospital at JFK, pretty close to 200-300 on a daily basis. So I appeal to my listeners and followers around the world. And we concluded the discussion, and I told her to come on the air purposely to explain, because, listen, nothing we do here at Kings FM is faking. We don't use anybody to get a dime. We don't fake anything. What we have, we manage it. We're satisfied with what we have. We are in service unto humanity. So I told her, please, we are serving people and our integrity is on the line. What that means is, I want you come to the radio station, explain everything, everything. Do not hold anything back. Do not hide anything. Do not pretend anything, so that your son will get the treatment needed, because you're going through financial constraints. The second thing I told her in the off-air interview, it is not a legal thing. We're not going to judge you. The people who are responsible for that, they call them the lawyers. They will come to defend you and make sure that the person who did it will be punished. Our responsibility as media institution is to help you sense. You say, we do not have money sitting down at Kings FM. We are struggling too. We really need money. But we will try and appeal to our people which way they can be of help. I told her, don't be afraid. Forget about the political side. Explain everything, your son's condition, what happened. The woman gave me the assurance that, Mr. Andrew, just as you say, I will go. I come in there to the radio station, I will explain everything. Say, fine. When I was on, she kept calling. So I took break 2 times to get her the location because I directed her the place. She said, yes, I will get the place. But then when she got there, it was confusing. My understanding was as we talk, because that's what you do. The same way when you go to a lawyer, explain everything to the lawyer. Don't hide anything. Don't sugarcoat anything. Don't pretend with anything. That way the lawyer will know what to do. If you hold back certain things, or if you try to sugarcoat, or you try to delay on or pretend with certain things, then it makes it difficult. It is the same way with us media people. When you come, you explain everything. That way we know how to make the case. So she said again, yes, Mr. Andrew, I will even I know that I'm going through this, that my own thing I'm going through, and that my son, so you don't have to tell me. I said, fine, Mama. The woman sat down, started the conversation. All those questions I asked the woman were questions that we discussed, we talk about. It was nothing that I desired on my own. That's what we do off air. Sometimes the person will say, I beg you, I don't want you to ask me this question. I don't want to speak on it. So all that conversation, you'll go through it and then. So the questions that will be coming forth are the questions that you agree upon. Those questions were questions that we talk, because I know her condition, I know how traumatized she was and still is. So I say, these are the questions I'm going to ask you. And the reason I said that way, because when she answered, to give the listeners and viewers a clear picture. The woman got on the air and said, the government doing well for her, the government treating her well, the government treating her children well, the government doing everything, and there's no problem whatsoever. So those who had decided to help her, because I took her number, I said, call your number. She called it 4 or 5 times, and I put it on the screen so that her number, so whatever dime anybody will attempt to send, it will go straight into her account. The woman started to say everything was okay, the government doing well for her, they're taking care of her son, they're doing this, they're doing that, all kinds of stuff. When I got off the air yesterday and went into my office, sitting there running through some of the things, this is what I heard. That the Ministry of Gender failed her, that pause is coming from her son, and the situation has gotten worse. She does not know what to do, and she wants justice. Things have gone bad off. And I said to myself, if the boy dies, she killed her son. She traded her son's safety, her son's life, for appeasing Unity Party people. Peter Bonjala, a diehard supporter of Unity Party and a diehard supporter of President Joseph Yoma Boakai, along with his colleagues, gang rape or gang sodomize, or let me use the word gang rape because the police director used that word. He said gang rape. Gang rape, gang sodomize the little boy with all regret. And then she had the audacity. She had the audacity to sit down on the air. Everybody around the world listening to her, saying that the government supported her, the government supporting her, the government doing everything for her, taking care of her son. So why is she complaining now? Why is she complaining? From that time to this time, you know how many months? We're talking about more than 6 months, almost a year. So is she saying that in a space of 6 months from the time she appeared on the radio station to this time, which I think is more than 6 months, almost a year, that the people were not doing anything, the government was not looking after her, nothing, that her son is nearing death? After Peter Bonjala, a diehard supporter of Unity Party, a confidant of President Joseph Yoma Boakai, signed at NSA. It's the same NSA that one of the guys they have in jail now for this Capitol building arson. He said that they have people there who sodomizing men, boys. So when the news came out that her son was sodomized by an NSA, Peter Bonjala and his friends, it was not in news because we heard that before. So, madam, that's it. Sorry, if your son died, you kill him. Now, this is when we tell you, you can believe it. You want God to come down before you be convinced? We're seeing a thing. That's what they call science. That's what they call, you seeing a thing you know. That reality. Unity Party will use you and dump you. Unity Party is just like the devil with the 3 deeds: destroy, deceive, and divide. That's what, those are the 3 deeds of the devil. And you find those 3 deeds in Satan: steal, destroy, divide, and madam, sorry, if your son dies, just accept that you kill him for appeasing Unity Party. A Unity Party, if you are a Unity Party person, madam, if you are a Unity Party person, and if assume that you are Unity Party person, or assume also that you are not a Unity Party person, you are a don't care, careless, reckless mother. If you are a Unity Party person, that's good. If your son dies, that's it. He will not be the first child to die, but you will regret it for the rest of your life. These Unity Party people, they're moving their children, okay. Their children are around Peter Bonjala. You go check it. He has family. He has children. They protect their own. And you sit down there, the man boss your child. Instead of standing up as a mother, having gone through that pain for 9 months and struggle to bring him to the level at which, at age 15, you sat down there because Unity Party people say this, say that, and then you're done. If your son dies, that's your business. That business. The next time, when people telling you to save, trying to save life, you will not sit there. We tell you that's how Unity Party people work. They're done with you. And they just make you to feel that Peter Bonjala on arrest. You saw Peter Bonjala coming from the court. What the man was doing, the man was laughing, lecturing with man. The man showed no remorse No remorse whatsoever. No regret. You think Peter Bonjala in jail? Sit down. Go again. And are you complaining now that pause coming from your son back? That man, that your son inner self, it rotting, it finished. It's just a matter of time before. He done. Nonsense woman. Go now, yeah, Unity Party people gave you another boy child. They're done with you. They finished. That's how Unity Party people operate. They use you, they accomplish their aim, they dumb you. They're done with you. That's it, madam. See you. Had I knew, I wouldn't have brought you on the show. I apologize to your Yemen people that I told you about the situation. You people were ready to be of help. So, what happened now? What is going on? What's happening? What's happening? LRB. This country is very interesting. Very, very interesting. What is happening? What is happening with this?
Once the judge or the court had disbanded the jury, the court has no jurisdiction again over the jurors. That's one. Two, assuming without admitting that at the time the jury was returned and the jury verdict was returned and there was a reading of the verdict and no one had asked for them to be disbanded. They had not yet been disbanded. The court had not taken a decision. If there was a complaint by any of the jurors or any of the lawyers from the both sides to say we have issues with the verdict and that there is an allegation of jury misconduct or jury tampering, the judge will never disband the jury. The law says the judge will not disband the jury since they are still under his jurisdiction. Since they are still under his jurisdiction, what the judge will do, he will put hold to the reading, let's say the recording of the verdict, and authorize an immediate investigation into the allegation of jury tampering because the jurors are still under his jurisdiction. But that is not the case in the Samuel Twelves issue. That is a legal issue we're talking about. This is a constitutional issue. In this case, no one complained. After the juror had read the verdict, they have read the verdict. After the verdict was recorded, the parties agreed. The judge had disbanded the jury. The court has no jurisdiction again over the jurors. That's one. Two, assuming without admitting that at the time the jury was returned and the jury verdict was returned and there was a reading of the verdict and no one had asked for them to be disbanded. They had not yet been disbanded. The court had not taken a decision. If there was a complaint by any of the jurors or any of the lawyers from the both sides to say we have issues with the verdict and that there is an allegation of jury misconduct or jury tampering, the judge will never disband the jury. The law says the judge will not disband the jury since they are still under his jurisdiction. Since they are still under his jurisdiction, what the judge will do, he will put hold to the reading, let's say the recording of the verdict, and authorize an immediate investigation into the allegation of jury tampering because the jurors are still under his jurisdiction. But that is not the case in the Samuel Twelves issue. That is a legal issue we're talking about. This is a constitutional issue. In this case, no one complained. After the juror had read the verdict, they have read the verdict. After the verdict was recorded, the parties agreed. They asked the juror, is this your verdict? They agreed that this is our verdict. No juror at that time raised any issue. And so when the court disbanded the jury, that court, by law, has no authority. Because when you disband the jury, it means there are no more jurors. They have retired into their private lives. So you have no jurisdiction over them to call them, especially so these are jurors that were serving for the February term of court. Now we're talking about the May term of court. You have no jurisdiction because the summary of jurors is by law, is by term of court. No judge can just easily do that. Only the law authorizes that. What happened is that because we accepted to a portion of the verdict regarding the conviction of Councillor Inati Twan and Honorable Jefferson Kamo, we filed a motion for new trial for these two defendants and former officials of government. After 2 weeks, which the law says within 4 days, after 2 weeks, the day prior to the hearing of the motion for new trial, we received a citation, which was May 18, from the court telling us that, and this is what I read, by directive of His Honor Usman N. Feka, a San Sake Judge presiding, First Judicial Circuit, Criminal Kosi, Montserrado County, Republic of Liberia, setting its midterm. And this is important. Setting its midterm. This is midterm. That case was the February term, AD 2026. You are hereby, anything to do before that time, there must be an extension from the Chief Justice. You are hereby ordered to appear on Wednesday, May 20, 2026 at 9:00 a.m. So you have no jurisdiction over them to call them, especially so these are jurors that were serving for the what? The February term of court. Now we're talking about the May term of court. You have no jurisdiction because the summary of jurors is by law, is by term of court. No judge can just easily do that. Only the law authorizes that. What happened is that because we accepted to a portion of the verdict regarding the conviction of Councillor Inati Twan and Honorable Jefferson Kamo, we filed a more trial for these two defendants and former officials of government. After 2 weeks, which the law says within 4 days, after 2 weeks, the day prior to the hearing of the motion for new trial, we received a citation, which was May 18, from the court telling us that, and this is what I read, by directive of His Honor Usman N. Feka, a San Sake Judge presiding, First Judicial Circuit, Criminal Kosi, Montserrado County, Republic of Liberia, setting its midterm. And this is important. Setting its midterm. This is midterm. That case was the February term, AD 2026. You are hereby, anything to do before that time, there must be an extension from the Chief Justice. You are hereby ordered to appear on Wednesday, May 20, 2026 at 9:00 a.m. for an investigation into alleged jury misconduct, stroke temporary, filed under oath of affidavits by 3 individuals who serve as jurors. So you see that technically the court is recognizing that they are not jurors again in the above entitled course of action. Meanwhile, the assignment for the hearing of the motion for new trial is hereby suspended pending the outcome of the investigation.
So what's the outcome now? How far? Because the hype that it generated, Unity Party people all over the place, new trial, new trial, new trial. So I will go to jail. Oh, the law is the law, and on and on. Where we are with that? Where are we? Where are we with that? What happened? The investigation is still on. Judge Usman Feka open investigation. Put all of the lawyers outside. And only he alone went in with the jurors. What kind of investigation is that? What sense does that make? Nothing, absolutely nothing they can get from it. And it's not about Samuel Toy any longer. The investigation will just be about the vulnerability of the judiciary, how the judiciary has serious credibility problem, integrity problem. It can overturn the trial. So it has gone to bed. It has gone to bed. That's the end of that whole stuff. You want to be very careful when you put sentiment into anything, you don't get what you want. Unity Party felt that at all costs, Samuel Toy should go to jail. It's not the issue of putting Samuel Toy behind bars. It's getting all that you are convinced of evidence or evidences to get him behind bars. It's not what you think sentimentally. So where we are with that, it's done. It's over. People have to own up to their negligence. Unity Party have to own up to their negligence and be done with that. Well, not much for the speaker, the regime speaker, Unity Party speaker to do. Have you seen the speaker lately? His itinerary is just an elementary one. The guys returned 38 of the 58 that boycotted returned on Thursday. Now he thinks everything is well. He do not know that the guys are thinking. The guys are talking. The guys are planning. He hasn't come to the realization that it is not normal. It hasn't happened nowhere in the world. 58 persons out of session. It has not pricked his conscience that something is happening somewhere. He might likely have a vote of no confidence. Beyond that, he seems less busy. I wonder whether he really knows what to do. Because here is the speaker moving like Bese Bito. Bese Bito is an expression in Liberian culture. You're acting like you're busy, but you're not busy. You're just making yourself to be seen. So the people will say you're busy. But you're not doing anything extra. The mayor left his office, left something of vital importance to sit down and really think. The mayor went to Ministry of Information. Say he's going to inspect the Ministry of Information, the work that Jerry Limik Pia did by renovating the ministry. As if it is something extra. Now, the speaker is not my main point. But since he's speaker giving his profile, so he's mentioned. During the tour, Jerry Limik Pia will move the speaker from one place to another, saying this place, before I was coming in, it was like this, the ceilings were hanging, and I had to take my personal money to get new ceilings before the government, while we were waiting for the government support. And this place never had bathroom. The bathrooms that were here were all bad off, and on and on. So I said no. And please listen. The first thing, Jerry Limik Pia and every person who renovated whatever their ministry, they did nothing unusual. They did nothing unusual. No. They will make you to think that the people in the past or the previous government did nothing. And they are doing everything. And for some of you, if not, or who have not been following the trend of politics in this country, that's when you give in and start to believe them and say all manner of things. Listen to me. I had the privilege coming up to cover that Ministry of Information for several years as Jerry Limik Pia. Asking, take the name to him, Sam Andrews. He knows very well, very, very well. He knows the name that I'm today name in the media that he doesn't know or he's trying to know. Jerry Limik Pia was over there in a high-profile position at that Ministry of Information in the Salif government. You're listening. The Salif Ministry of Information with Jerry Limik Pia sitting down there was the dirtiest, nastiest, stinkiest Ministry of Information. I'm saying it because we were there every day. That ministry with Jeremy Pia sitting there, also with Norris Tue, Cletus Sie, Isaac Jackson, Lawrence Famule, Ebe Plaki, all of them sitting over there. They never muster the civilization instinct that the bathrooms, we got to do something. The ministry of this, we got to do something. They sat down there in the early administration that had all the money. The bathrooms, that place was dirty, stink, nasty. I'm saying it, St. Andrews, because I was there. Jeremy Pia cannot tell me, he cannot look in my face and say that is not true, because many days their own bathroom, they will not go there. They will move across the road. The Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, Jeremy Pia did not serve in We Are government. He served in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. You go that Ministry of Information. You ask the people across the road, the food center there and the other places, ask where most of the government officials used to come and use the bathroom. If you went in the Ministry of Information, any one of the bathroom, if you're strong, you'll go off. The place, the corridor was dirty, the corridor was stink. Today, he said, I know, Edward Blading Forum or so. That place, they never transformed it. With all the money that was going there from the international partners and other people, they were there putting the money in their pocket. Jeremy Pia is a blatant diabolical liar. I'm saying it this way because they're putting everything on the past government. When you work, if Jeremy Pia had not worked in government, and this is his first government, I would not be born with him. But he worked in Ellen's government. I covered that Ministry of Information for several years. As Isaac Jackson. That's how Isaac Jackson and I got very close. Every time Isaac Jackson will want to do one-on-one interview, you will call Semko. That's how you're going. Semko, come here. We need to talk. That means he wants to do an interview. They Pia, you see Pia off a bathroom. Why you acting like you so clean? When people saw your past life, dirty. That everything you will put on, that's not achievement there. The CDC government, the minister president we are appointed, inherited a dirty, nasty, stink Ministry of Information. Why are you acting like nobody knows that you go, you renovate Ministry of Information, then you say the past government, they kept the place dirty, the ceilings were all coming down. What did you do? You were there before George Weah came in. You were there in that Ministry of Information before CDC came to power. What did you do in your role as assistant minister or deputy minister for administration? That the people who just come in, oh, you can do the thing when you're on the air. They one end that we know nothing. They just, sorry, no disrespect. I mean, they know the past. So they just carry their microphone around. They're excited. They ain't talking. Their place was bad off, and the past government did nothing. Those people sit down here, they just messed the ministry up. That the people you can convince. But not us. You sit down over there as deputy minister for administration. The man own bathroom was dirty, stink, nasty. Her own bathroom. You enter that Ministry of Information in Ellen's time. That hold your nose. They were not using their own bathrooms. They were just there. Because Ellen was giving the money, 5,000 to Ministry of Information, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000. Because she used to love hearing those guys lambasting the opposition, saying all manner of things against them. So they were not concerned about upgrading the place. They were not concerned. Cletus here was the Minister of Information. Ask Cletus here whether that ministry was ever upgraded with his deputy Jeremy Pia for administration, whether they did anything over there. I'm saying that as well because people have to stop the petty thing. When you do something, when you sign up to do, or when you are appointed to do, you don't shift blame on the past. You just take ownership, do what you have to do. Do what you have been called to do, what you have been appointed to do. It is laziness, it is pettiness, it is no achievement. Please know this. Government job is no achievement. Government job is no achievement. It is a responsibility. That is why it is optional. You either tell the president you don't want it, you stay, or you accept. When you accept, you do. It's too petty. In Liberia, we see the kind of childish thing, pettiness. The person do they want, the ministry were not like this, and you see what we are doing. And the minister have brought in boss. And now we have bosses. Lord, come on. It is a responsibility. Everything President Bouaka doing, he's not achieving anything. He is living up to the promise, the obligation he made to the people. He's not achieving anything. If you ever consider that an achievement, then you are mistaken. President Bouaka signed up to do. He did not sign up to achieve. He signed up to do. If he didn't want to do, he would have sat down. But he campaigned to do. He campaigned to deliver. So it is not an achievement. It is not an achievement. You sat down over there. The place was too bad off. Let Agatha there. Yeah, Agatha was there when the people were there. One of the longest serving persons. You go ask Agatha. How they call the other lady? Lucia. Lucia, the controller. Lucia, that Jerelime Pia wanted to move from that place. After Eugene Nangbe, you said CDC people bad. Eugene Nangbe took on the responsibility after the woman made a case to Eugene Nangbe. Eugene Nangbe said, but that thing made sense, Lucia. We will take responsibility for you. Go and study. Get your master. You come back, you work. Not only that, Eugene Nangbe said this is your position. It will not be like how it was in Ellen government when you get opportunity to go study, to come work for your country, then they put somebody in your position. Your position will stay as somebody will be acting because you're going to learn to come and work for the government. So we will not give your position up. You will come back. 1 year, Lucia stayed in Ghana to obtain her master. When the woman came back, they decided they wanted to take the woman position. They seen Jerelime Pia. The woman struggled she want me in terms of battling here and there. So much so that she reached the decision, she started sending her letters to NGOs, non-governmental organizations, because she could not withstand the hate, the envy. Don't see that Jerelime Pia guy like that. That guy is a wicked guy. Very wicked, you see him so. That place was dirty. It's not nothing extra. Where you get this thing from? You government minister, when you do something, then you think that achievement. You think you have achieved. You have done something unprecedented. And then you're lambasting the next government. You're branding the next government as being bad. As if you are the best. But anyway, it comes from the top. And Bouaka today, what did Bouaka say today? He said we should get used to it because every day we hear good things. That's what he said today when he went to do that solar ceremony. He said we should get used to it because every day we hear good things. He thought he sounded extra. When you sign up for, you took off to sign, to deliver. You took off to deliver, Mr. President. So you think that you are saying something extra? Come on, Chief. Why did you stand over there? Why did you campaign? So yes, every day we want to hear good news. Every day you must deliver. Every day you must deliver. When you deliver, we will make you to deliver. And our pressure costs you trying some kind of way. And thank God you admitted that those things not going as the way you had wanted it to go, but you're doing your best. And our pressure, yes. So they're not news, Mr. President. So we brace ourselves every day to get something new, something good. That's what you sign up for. When you're not doing it, we will bring it, and there where you and your people can get vexed, that the pressure there. Because you signed up. Yesterday, you people were telling George Weah that George Weah should not take credit for anything. He signed up to do it as president. Weren't you people telling George Weah that yesterday? You said it yesterday. Yesterday, you people weren't wrong. Yes, President Weah signed up. President Weah took off. President Weah stood there and said, George Mannen Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, do solemnly swear. So he obligated himself by that oath. So when you people said that George Weah should not take credit for this, Seditian should not praise George Weah for that, Seditian ministers should not praise themselves for this, that's what they signed up for, you people were right. So we are saying the same today. President Boga should take credit for nothing because he signed up for it. You people should not be taking credit as if that achievement. You're signed up to do it, you have to deliver. How can a father in a house expect that the people should praise him because he's delivering? It's an obligation. It's not a choice. It's not a privilege. It's not a favor that he's rendering or she's rendering. It's an obligation. That which is obligation it doesn't call for praise. You have to deliver. When you cannot deliver, then where people get to know your ineptitude. What there? Nothing extra. So please, I know that you people have this strong obsession against the CDC government, but it's too petty and pathetic to always reference the past. Only weak minds, only politically administrative weakling can do that. You sign up, you deliver. Shifting blames on the past doesn't say that you are delivering. It only means you are just showing up. Showing up. You are just showing up. We get to that in Real Madrid people that they're ready to be B-boy again. You are just showing up. There's nothing extra. It's what you sign up to do. So you have to deliver. So the president is right. We agree with him. Every day we ought to. That's why you sign up for, Mr. President. Let your people tell you that. That's what you sign up for. So every day we expect good news. It's because we're reporting not the good news. Your people get vexed. And it's because they are not reasoning. So every day we must hear, we must see, so we report good news. And as well as the bad news. Because the bad news we report it. And that the bad news can hear your men and bad way, your ministers, then you go to a cabinet meeting, you say, you're still struggling to create jobs. What kind of president in the world? Going to 4 years, no way out. Stay, can't make it. It's not easy. Okay. All right, Chief. So that will be doing it. That will be doing it for that. I tried to get the woman on the screen. Try to get her on the screen, but it's not going as planned. But that's it. That's it. Unity Party people done with her. Her son dies, that's her business. Nobody get time. At least she traded her son's life for Unity Party appeasement. So she appeased Unity Party people. She satisfied them. Oh, the government doing well. The government really doing well. The government really taking care of me. They really taking care of me. The last time the government did it. Then why are you complaining? Then she has the bravery to say the Ministry of Gender frustrated her. The Ministry of Gender abandoned her. What did she say? Let me get her exact words. Let me get her exact words. She ain't ready yet. That woman, she ain't ready. If she took money from the government on behalf of her son and she ate that money, God will punish her. If she took money, because how would your son going through this terrible thing? The beginner normal, it's not in a good condition. He's still battling such a diabolical treatment. Then you say the government doing well, the government taking care of you. Then why are you complaining? Why are you complaining that son, that pause still coming from your son Arnold? Why are you complaining? It's because the treatment is not forthcoming. They made her to believe that they will continue to support her, they will do this for her, they will do that. So she went to and said, yeah, the government doing well for me. The government taking care of me and my son. Now she's saying the Ministry of Gender failed her. She said the Ministry of Gender, every one of them, they failed her. They abandoned the child, leaving the child with her. That the child is no longer safe at home after the gender ministry promised to take care of the boy's well-being, his protection and shelter. Nothing. But Mama, you said that people are doing good for you now. And people are really supporting you. So what there again? What are you complaining for? Ain't said people supporting you? All right. So listen. Again, I will say this. I will talk about this. If people would think that lambasting the past government, saying all manner of things against them is the best way, that is the most stupidest politics. It hasn't helped this country, would never. Whether you guys attribute anything to George Weah or not, it does not take anything from George Weah. It does not erase George Weah's legacy. When President Bouaga was going to break ground for the overhead parts, the Minister of Public Works jumped over George Weah government, even though they know that Weah government was fully involved with that arrangement. They jumped over it because they did not want to mention the name George Weah. They attributed it to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf started it. Whenever it comes to something, they know the document is there. They say in the document, they say in George Weah's signature. But because Unity Party is against George Weah, Bouaga hates George Weah to the core, that they will never, they don't want to mention that name. They don't want to mention it. They feel when they mention the name George Weah, then they will be promoting him and defeating themselves. But whether you mention the name Weah or not, legacy is something that is there. Memorial is there from time to time. You can't erase it. It's there. The guy called the party chairman, Pastor Luther Tappe. Yeah, the pastor. The pastor said, he said, where is it? Where's the pastor? The pastor said, listen to the thing the man said, amen. That he making reference to the past government. He said that past government, a Georgia government. He said the government was unable to do anything to pay a dime. So much so that the people in the hotel that Lone Star players were in, people were jumping through the window and stealing from them because the government were not supporting them. If Unity Party ain't careful, or if they don't stop this thing, I see the Lone Star breaking apart. I see fans, players fighting on the field. I see players looking or speaking up boldly and say, Unity Party people said this. We are doing this because they brought politics into the game. I can see players withdrawing from that national team because everything, they will politicize it. They're so obsessed with we are that everything in the essence of negativity, they will attribute it to we are. Or they will avoid mentioning, when they know that we are has done something good, they will avoid mentioning it. The man who say he is the minister, he is the chairman of the committee, mobilization, Lone Star, Luther Tappe, the man. Listen, I'm not giving it full credence. I just thought to bring this part, the hotel part. It really had me vexed. Listen, this country, if we're not careful, this country will be like this on hit ground for several years, and it will go beyond that. And nobody is encouraging this but Unity Party people. Listen, you don't have to like George Weah to admit what George Weah has done. You don't have to. You don't have to hate George Weah either to admit what he has done. Just admit when the person has done it, do it. George Weah did not do it unto himself. It's not George Weah personal thing. It's the country. It's the country. Unity Party sat here. Murphy Nangbe. In whose government that Murphy Nangbe? That today Murphy Nangbe is no professional. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. Murphy Nangbe came down to play. He broke his leg for Lone Star. Did they give him anything? What they dashed to him? Few United States dollars. From that moment, Murphy Nangbe professional career. He in America sitting. His brother fought hard to get him in America. We know several things that happened in the Unity Party government. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was ever concerned about football in country. She was ever concerned about it. She was more political. You're listening to the man. The man said, you're in a hotel because he begging for money. I told you yesterday. The man said they need between 5 million to 10 million to qualify Lone Star for the African Cup. Just so you know, how they call him? Amos Tuer. Amos Tuer gave 60 gallons, or he promised 60 gallons to travel to Sierra Leone that they support that they can give. Men who sit in our PRC. After he would have said that he's giving 100,000. You put money into Lone Star. Let's see whether you people have, whether it's different from previous government. Under Ellen Sirleaf government, what was happening? That Senator Snow there. They were between Charles Taylor and Ellen, because in his expression, he said he attributed Lone Star progress, Lone Star support to Charles Taylor and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Amen. Amen. You can't do this thing in the country. There's not politics here. They want none politics. Listen, if y'all want to hear George Weah dead, y'all United Party people, most of y'all will die before George Weah. Because they want, they want the man to exist. They meant nothing about the man will bring in our stuff. What did Charles Taylor do for this for this country? That the country never qualified. The country didn't get nothing to show. On Charles Taylor. The Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you attributed it all. What did Ellen Johnson do? Where did Lone Star go? The people were all around here begging for money. What a man. Where is the man? Let's listen to the man. All right. Let's listen to the man quick. Then we're done. That a hotel part. The morning content talk about it briefly, but that the hotel part really touched me. You can't be that evil. You say you pastor. You be that diabolical, that satanic, you lying like that. You don't have to attribute, you don't have to mention the name George Weah. But just admit that the government we took over from, they did that. They were not 100%, but they did what they could do. Now we have the responsibility to pick up from where they stopped. That's how responsible government does. That's how a sound politician speaks. Nobody in this country will tell you that George Weah government did nothing for sports in this country. Maybe you wanted George Weah to erect stadiums everywhere, take players, carry them, get on the field himself, qualify the national team. Then you'll say, even as that, you Unity Party people, you never. You're listening to the pastor chairman lying. The Charles Taylor, it was okay. Lone Star, okay. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, no, it was okay. No mention of George Weah time because all of them had this hate. You're living with this hate against Weah so much so that it really affecting you.
Tax. Our boys slept in hotels in Kenya, in Uganda, and up to now, Mr. Speaker, we have not paid these hotels.
I say, yeah. So, if the pastor chairman is telling the truth, you're standing before the lawmakers and no disrespect. If I were in the position, I know that they were not philosophical enough. They did not own up to ask the hard questions because the man gave them the questions, but they were not thinking in that direction. If you said that 3 countries that Liberia did not pay, the hotels were bad or so much so that rogues were jumping through the windows of Lone Star Players Hotel and taking their things. Then you want to ask Mr. Mobilizing Committee Chairman, can you name those hotels? Because, listen, not only the reason he stopped short of mentioning the names of those hotels, because he knows that if the information those countries will now see that Liberia is trying to pin their country bad, their football image bad, and they might likely take action. So therefore, we expected the lawmakers now, if you say, Mr. Committee Chairman, Mobilizing Committee Chairman, that these countries, Liberia these countries, Liberia owing, please name the countries, present the documents, let us see, because listen, these are questions that you want to ask. These are you want to see those documents because you're asking for support. You're asking for 5 million and 10 million. So you have to convince. But nobody can bring out the conviction other than the lawmakers themselves. If the lawmakers are not asking the hard questions, then they position themselves to be bullied. And that's what happened. What are the countries? What are the hotels? How many dollars the previous government owe according to you? Can we see the documents so that we do a follow-up, because it borders on those governments and FA's reputation as well as ours. If you say that Liberia or the previous government owe, let us see the documents to that, because they are available, so we can raise the money. And they still requesting for the money owed. If we are indebted to them, if Liberia is indebted, if Lone Star is indebted to them, are they still requesting for the money? These are some of the hard questions that we expected to have come from the legislators, but nobody was critical. It was a lecture session. And I cannot be a lawmaker that a person comes in the name of mobilization committee and lambasting the previous government. I know straight that you're not ready. You are more political than sporting.
This is a national embarrassment that
He said, how is it a national embarrassment? Granted. Let's go for the discussion's sake. So now you want to say, Honorable Speaker, members of the House of Representatives, these are the documents detailing Liberia's debt with all these countries. And yeah, you people can go through it, and need be, if you find it necessary, communicate with the F8s of these countries to authenticate what I have said. Do your own validation. Nothing. How is it embarrassed Liberia? How is Liberia embarrassed? Did the F8s of those countries communicate with Liberia that from this time to this time, the country owes them and they need the money? Because when you say embarrassed, it means that those countries are on the back of Liberia for their money to pay their debt. And the country has not. So it becomes an embarrassment. So you want to detail.
Liberia national team does not have money to pay Mozambique. And I was even flabbergasted to even see that these great players will leave from Europe and places they lodge in the international team, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, are in very low-key hotels.
So what are the hotels? Hey, man, Lord make us. We got to first, someone all got to gain our place there, man. Because there's some mumu there over there. You got to put on your philosophical cap. You got to be philosophical. Put on reasoning. High-core reasoning. Hey, man, what a guy. Here you go. I hope that I can get it. I want to show you an example. See the guy in Congress and Marco Rubio, the black guy. See how that guy put Marco Rubio on the spot. From one question to another. He want George, the man, bring him back. Black representative. I say, Ega, I wish this was Liberia. When we reach the level, Ega.
Even in Morocco, it may surprise you that Greenland trade, people even jump into their room and store from them because always they never had enough money.
So that news there, that people steal from players, that news there in their hotel. You know how many times people stole from Messi? You know how many times they broke in Messi house, they broke in Ronaldo house? Not even in the hotel. You know how many times on the street? They just Ellington. That was Ellington. When Akon came here, they took Akon phone. Barack Obama daughter, where she was, I think was in what the country, I think Argentina, or one of those countries. She did not know how her phone disappeared. Somebody snatched the phone. But with all the security around, I mean, you're just a dull man, call yourself chairman, pastor.
We who are fans, we who love the game, always see that Lone Star does not bring a result. But for results to come to our country, We need to invest. We need to be very intentional about it. We need to allocate money to develop. Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, even hotel bills in the past. Our boys slept in hotels in Kenya, in Uganda, and up to now, Mr. Speaker, we have not paid these hotels. This is a national embarrassment that Liberian national team does not have money to pay hotel bills.
So the question is, when President Bouaka took over, the Minister of Youth and Sports then, Ko Bangalo, what did he say? He said that the national team has been rescued. Lone Star went on to win that game. Very petty team. The beginning in my community, they can beat that team 4-5, 6-7. That country. When they came back, what did Ko Bangalo say? He said, Mr. President, the instruction you have given us, we have accomplished. Mission fulfilled. We have rescued the national team. I'm pleased to report that the national team won. So from that time to this time, what did Bouaka do? What has Bouaka been doing as the chief patron of sports? So they think, yeah, we're always telling you, your take, we are off this whole thing. Only lazy people, only dog people will still be shifting blame. 3 years into your administration, how have you structured? How have you positioned? Where have you taken this national team? What's the reform? You still shifting blame. You have rescued the national team yet, but you still shifting blame. Only the dog people can do that. You still going, you're not sounding normal. It means you just don't know. A visionary person will not shift blame. A visionary person will look at the problem, solve the problem, and move forward. Most of you Unity Party people, this political obsession is leading you into being crazy. Because you can be civilized and be crazy. You can be clean and be crazy. When you have mental deficiency, when you have dementia, you're suffering from dementia, your inability to reason, and you become a schizophrenic, you're just shifting blame here and there on other people. That's craziness. It means you're not rationalizing, you're not thinking normally. What has President Bouaka done? You say it, so you people have not done anything extra for the national team. The achievement, your president have been vindictive, going after people to put them in jail for 3 years. When those 3 years, you people have done. So the question is, what have you people done for the national team? How have you people taken this national team to another level? What extra? What can the people say of this country, of this national team honor the Unity Party government? You should instead be saying, or let the people say, yes, the national team truly has been rescued. The national team has qualified for this. Lone Star now, the players are getting good pay. Their padams are on time. They're getting favorable padam. The players themselves should be admitting that things have improved. Then you will say, yes. But nothing, since you talk about nothing. Since you talk about, you have done nothing for the national team. The national team stay there, stay dragging. The man that you hired a few days, he come and go. Because the money not forthcoming. It's too petty to be shifting blame. A person who has vision does not shift blame. If you don't know, you know it today. A visionary person does not shift blame. A visionary person taking over an institution or a place, he brings to the table the situation of the past into the present, find a way out, and make improvement. And the people, they now will bear witness to his reforms. You people have done nothing. Look at Liberia football. Under 3 years, that long time. So when there's Joseph Yema Bouaka and the Unity Party will do something extra when they are off the presidency? You dare not. Bwaga spending 100 million for people to project the image, the good image of the government. No Ebola in the country, but health ministry requesting for 4.2 million. You want between 5 and 10 million, but the military budget is far below. You're not prioritizing the military. And several. And you sitting down there and think that you're making sense or you made sense, Pastor Chairman. Listen, George Weah, you don't need to attribute anything to George Weah. It doesn't have to come from your mouth. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. Whether you say, oh, it there. You not say, oh, it there. It just shows, let me end this way. It just shows how Liberia truly has been an ingrate country, that it has never gone anywhere. That countries that Liberia older than 50 years, 75 years, 100 years, 80 years, they are far, far above. What has kept this country backward is the heart of certain people in this country. You're right. But you could not stop George Weah. George Weah did it because God had destined him to do it. You look at yourself and you look at George Weah. Very many of you, you're far older than George Weah. You people were on the stage before George Weah. You people were on the political stage before George Weah came. At that time, George Weah was small. What did you people do? Sir. What did you people do for Liberia? What is your legacy? All of you people today, what is your legacy? What can you people point to? What can you people point to? The people of Liberia, you people on the other side of the political divide, can't point anything to George Weah. We don't expect you people to appoint any attribute anything to George Weah. But the world, the international community outside Liberia, they know the whole George Weah in high extent because of his legacy. So what you people have done now, comparatively, George Weah has his. You show us now what you people have done. You say you people are lover of the game. How did you people help this national team when they were struggling? How did you people make interventions? Because if you have passion for something and if you see things going the way you're going, you can make intervention. Intervention means you come in, you share your idea, and then whatever you can do monetarily or materially, you do. What have you people done? On the political scene, what have you people done? Nothing. Everyone get your butt. But your Unity Party people, you live as if you people are the cleanest and the holiest. That's why people just look down upon you with disdain. You know how people fell up with you Unity Party people. You think that people, because you're moving around, oh, Unity Party is about, you know how people fell up with you people. If just anything break up in this country, you will see how people start looking for Unity Party people to harm them. If you are a Unity Party person, you better keep yourself quiet. You better not get involved into the people thing. You mind these people. Luther Tappe was in America throughout his life, throughout Ellie and George Weah. You are in America sitting down, going to school, your children there. And you were here struggling, you stay struggling. All of these people that put him on George Weah, where they were? They were in America sitting down. And you here struggling. They both look at you, they dehumanize you. They broke down your houses. They tell you all kinds of things. The president can tell you, get you cheek, and say, go on making new land. You go and say, refer to you people as dogs. That's how, sorry to say, but that's how we see you Unity Party people as dogs, because that's what your president say. You better be careful, your man. These so-called unity party politicians, you have messed yourself up. What have they done? If somebody is criticizing the next person, you want to see the person pass. Whether the person passed was good. What legacy the person has set. All of you people, you people enjoy, we are on the table. What your legacy in this country politically? How have you people, what kind of system you're set up? What kind of institution you're set up? What the people can point to and say, this politician that talking this here is this politician that what? Nobody, none of you. The so-called progressives that came before George Weah, all of them, majority of them gone, they left nothing behind. The only thing that people can talk about that theory, the progressive brought this, the progressive brought that, multi-party democracy, absolute nonsense. What you can show? Then you're just there condemning. That's what has kept this country back. Please. As we go to the line, let me tell you, you don't do that in life. Never in your life condemn another person. This is a simple general lesson, moral lesson as they can write on Facebook. Don't condemn anybody in life. When a person is condemning another person, move from that person. Move from that person. Because if you stay there, it's just a matter of time before that person starts to condemn you. A person who goes out condemning people, that is not a good person. Be careful. Be careful. It's never good to condemn people. Because when you condemn, one day you will have some kind of shortcoming, and then everybody will put more on you. And everybody will condemn you, and you will not want to. You will not want. You go up your conduct. We did what he could. And if we has the opportunity again, he will do it. In the next war, we will do it. That's why it's called patriotism and nationalism. Some of you in this country, you people had the opportunity to help this country. You prefer to hold on to what you have. You people were struggling here to even send them to school. Then when we are talking how he sent people to school, you all get vexed. George Weah has every right to say it. If it provokes you, if you are vexed, then you start to do. That's what they call constructive jealousy. You people were here. Students were struggling to enter universities. Some of you, when the girls and go there, you say you had sex with the girls before. Some of you had sex with the girls and several times you never gave them that opportunity. You say you must sodomize the boys. Nothing. We know everything. We heard it. You stay here in this country all the time as politicians. Look at the people who call themselves politicians, the True Wind Party building on Ashmore Street. Look at it. For Rock of Ages, clear for me. It being like that. The people who say they have vision, they have idea. What's the legacy? The Luther type man, even his very president, Joseph Human Boakai, what legacy Boakai can show 12 years as vice president in his very home? He never had anything there. He never. He became president before he started building there. What a shame. What a disgrace. And then you're thinking by condemning George Weah. The more you condemn George Weah, the more God blesses him. The more God protects him. The more God takes him to another level. You can never compare yourself with George Weah. Never. It will take your years. It will take your years upon years to reach George Weah too. The only thing that the country knows you people for now, condemning. That's why people just tired hearing this whole thing of condemnation. We are this, we are not that. You ain't know how people are bored. People tired hearing that thing. If you people get sense, you will stop saying that. You will go to a new narrative. You stay here, we see none of you get nothing to show. Nothing absolutely you get to show. You that sitting over there, you causing George Weah, or you say George Weah didn't do nothing. Charles Taylor, you say that Charles Taylor, where he go? What the Charles Taylor built a single fee for this Lone Star. Lone Star has anything of its own. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Yuma Boaka and the rest of the Unity Party people that are there now, they stay in this country 12 years. That ATS and SKD, it was not ratting Jerry Sting. Then George Weah came and gave a facelift. What did Unity Party people do? Unity Party people has no history of football, of achieving, of making breakthrough. Sportingly, no. They have always been known for destruction, for death, for undermining, and a lot more. And now they see Unity Party people wanted to kill George Weah. And today they stay behind George Weah. And they went on that camp, the place that they thought George Weah was on the stairs. They start shooting in that identical area. And when God said, my son, I already know the plan. I've thwarted it. Stay on the side. You did nothing. You kept the country. Look at the country today. Look at the capital city. The one they call capital city, Monrovia. Look how it congested. It was better we left from over there because Pinze already. We're coming in the car, we say, but this place, Pinze needs to be the city. I see why they can say Pinze city. I think that the city. Because I think all they call Monrovia, it dirty, stink, nasty. That place, all the people here. I see you, man. I see you. I see you. And you see why Liberia underdeveloped? Because the people chose not to take the money. You see what they're telling George Weah today? They are saying, simply by the action, George Weah shouldn't have done what he did. That's what they're saying. By the action condemning him, that he did nothing, showing that ingratitude. You think President Weah was forced to do all that he did? He was not forced. You said over there, make his money. Hey man, what that stuff, man? Okay, I'll bring it. Me get it when the calls are coming in. What did the British guy say in that interview? He said George Weah would take his own money and send it through Ivory Coast to the players, the national team here, because he realized those who were unable to get out of the country because of the war were struggling and needed to survive. But the politicians left. They had no time. They had no time. Some of the people today, some of the guys today who are alive, they playing football stay. I can honor it. If George Weah had not intervened, then by now the bones rotting. Then by now they're in a grave. Had they not been for George Weah. I support George Weah 100% to be talking about these things because that's what Liberia is. When you close your mouth, you have no time, then they will pick faults with you. Sometimes you just look in the face and tell them. It's just like the crude atmosphere when somebody picking at you all of the time. When you and that person get in serious clash, they can't stop. The day you turn to them and face them, they can never bring it to you. That's how it look. We are right to be telling you, what kind of nonsense is that? You're here, George Weah, that your business, that you're living with that hurt, that anger. You know, you're going to read it in the Bible. God put it there. No, they go there. They go there like Google. No, the man really knows human being. I see the man created. Go read Ephesians 4. Ephesians 4:26. You know what it's all about? Let me explain it simply. It means when you verse with St. Andrews. But St. Andrew didn't get time for your versation. St. Andrew ain't even thinking about you. St. Andrew didn't even know that you verse with him. But that you verse. So that you affecting, that you eating your own self up. Everything affecting you. While I'm moving on with my normal life. That's how you're looking with George Weah. Joe, we are not get time for that. Joe, we are here. Joe, we are getting listen to all the things there. The men can listen to all of them. Men not get time. The men on different level. That you're here. Joe, we are there. Joe, we are not there. Joe, we are there. Joe, we are not there. Joe, we are there. Whole day you're on that knee. Joe, we are. Joe, we are. Joe, we are. The men on that side, the men not get time. He ain't even know what happened in your side. The men on different things. So you see now, who the stupidest person, the stupidest people. That you're. Whole day, George, we are. Joe, we are. George, we are. And listen, we are seeing that you will be talking, Joe, we are, Joe, we are, Joe. Some of you will fall down, you'll die. It's not good to be on one person's name. It's not good at all. God in heaven himself is in the Bible. He himself can move and instruct you. That's what they call good for nothing. I see you. Where is it, man? I see you. Do we have comments? Oh, all right. So July 1st, just so you know, July 1st is my birthday. July 1st, I told you to mark it on your calendar. July 1st. You mark it. All right. You get it? You mark it. You mark it on your calendar. July, not anymore. July, next month, July 1st. Do we have comments? Yes. Yeah, my guys have written. So, Edmond Allen. Yeah, that guy that came on this morning with Israel. I really, I laugh of it. You say the station can lie. He say, look, Israel, this station can lie. This station can lie. Kids ever can lie. Oh, the man talking very all cry. Yeah, you see, the thing you hear. And you say we're too tired. Yeah, we're too tired. But we're talking the truth, and the truth hitting your bad way. What you're not getting from your station is all about praising. That's what it is. Punch FM can be realistically critical of Boakai. FBS can. D15 can. They can. They can criticize Boakai. But we can. And we're helping the government. We are the best. We are the realistic ones. But when we're saying the truth, then you'll get vexed because it's hurting you. You're not rational. You're not reasoning. You'll get see a mental problem. Yeah. See, you're making palaver with Israel. Allah. He said, this station can lie. This station can lie. I just said to myself, boy, you know the station can lie. Then you take up your time, your energy, your resources. You can't own it. You should go to a place where you get consolation where they're not lying. Why they're not lying? You see, some people, they don't bother with opposition radio station. The reason for that, because they want the pressure to go up. So they will turn to a radio station, pro-government, that will be telling them, His Excellency, the President, President Boakai has just signed this document, and the president has reiterated his government commitment. We are in the one that I'm gonna deny. You're not getting things from us. Our role is to go deeper. Our role is to be critical, but that kind of that way of being critical is realistic. We are honest. We tell the truth, not against, but we just tell the truth. All over the world, y'all travel around the world, y'all will see people in government, in other countries, they can take our time to listen to opposition stations. You know why? Because that way they get to know. They know that there are people praising them, that people will praise them. But they want to hear something that they have not heard or how things are going so that they can make adjustment. Not necessarily that they favor those opposition radios, but that the way the opposition radios will discuss it, their people will not discuss it that way. Do you know that some government officials, they listen to us, they listen to opposition radio stations, they feel comfortable. Not necessarily that they are supportive or they are part of us, but they know that they can get something and it helps them to make informed decisions or to know what to do in their various capacities. Have you not seen government official calling into an opposition radio station and debunking certain things? It's because he takes up time to listen. Okay. So that's it. So this time around, since the weekend, let's go. We'll read the comments last. Always reading the comments first. So let's give you the call out, the first preference. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Straight to the point, so I can take as many of you as I can. Hello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andrews. Mr. Andrews, thank you for your many pointers and for always providing us the platform and opportunity to contribute to national development. Thank you very much. As for the issue, I think you talk about 3 or different four pointers. But my attention has been drawn to the issue that has to do with the information ministry with innovation. Hey, man. So, Mr. Andrews, there's been people like Emmanuel or Biotuari, they're supposed to be dancing on because the national port structure was raised in a continuum from 1947 until 1922 before Biotuari then the state of the art building yet. So I think Biotuari is supposed to be dancing. Then the next one has to be with LPRC. Here's the LPRC. Where's Mayor UA? He needs to be celebrating. Then Mayor Gray, the local building.
No, they can't go to that one now. But who tell you the people ain't know? They both know.
So if those people can do these things, he said, yeah, then a man who quote unquote claim himself to be educated will be passing around with renovation. In my mind, it's me to correct, and they have failed. Look, Mr. Andrew, this government is fully aware that they have failed. That's why they pass it with small things. They think they want celebration renovation.
Don't mind them, man.
When the poor get the year that renovation, I mean, those things that President Weah did, it was the government initiated. Then they celebrated renovation.
All right, Chief. Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's go to the women's line. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Success calling from Mama Point. Mr. Sam Andrew, before I go to the point, I want to pray for you.
Just go straight to the point, madam. Time. The other people on the line.
Mr. Sam Andrew, Waka, they want to do the labyrinth work. President Taylor was not in a note when Lusa funded. So we have been supporting Lusa through all until Chancellor come and become president. So I don't know where they're coming from. Like you say and I say, the whole thing, what? So we are ready to do labyrinth people. So Waka and his follower. Why they came to the labyrinth work and forget for the people's son? They may look at you very the country that you are crying for. But now the country is supposed to be built. Companies supposed to be here, supposed to be working, things supposed to be found, so be coming all on the ground. So damn your President we alone. President we are noticed this person we are in the starting power now. You're in a note. Why you kick the starting power? Why you kiss for Lusa to bring work up to this country? But you're still waiting for the team person we are me. Anytime crazy this for put on the blessings of anointing. As you crazy you baroque, you always be beyond it. Have a blessed day.
Okay, let's go to this one again. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sanju.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, Victoria Bar, calling for Justice Day, concern Library for Justice. Sanju is very good. Sanju, I want to show me what the former player are passing around for real station. That disgracing yourself, that bringing yourself down, that destroying yourself. What they don't do in a country, or what they don't do when one was fighting in Bulubula camp and peace camp. What they don't do for the Liberia people when one was fighting when they were playing football. That show me one thing that they don't do for the citizen. When President we are came down, to Bulubula camp, a Liberia one meeting when he came for the Liberia in Bulubula camp, it will not easy. Therefore, now you want to peace camp here in West and help Liberia. That is show me one football player. As I said, Diva that Seven and me and Louis Clinton are talking now. We're not even saying that yesterday when he's talking on the radio before I even know him that he's a football player. That other president we are was wicked to the whole world. that he was going from camp to district camp, helping Liberians. And Liberia was celebrating because Liberia knows that they don't know Louis Clinton. That yesterday, they still government to power, they disgracing themselves, they making themselves shame. Let me tell you, Louis Clinton, any kind of way, you know, your party, they pray there. You all say 88%. We are told to the now. President, we are coming back. Thank you very much.
Okay, madam, let's go to the men's line. Hello.
Hello, Andrew.
Yes, hello, how are you?
Yeah, thank you for the show. My name is Abraham Juma, member of Concern at Bureau of Justice, Police of Crystal Police. Yeah, I say, Andrew, this is what happened. He will not get tired because he doesn't have conscience, because you have conscience. He will not be talking the thing he's talking. He learned before that one we are not paying state here watching. That Bodo, the head of Hawaii or what, went on to every studio and made a clarity that don't we have paid for the state yet. So the government, oh no, we have paid for the state yet. Then he come out, he can't again how for the past government or oil or their bill. So if they are oil or their bill now, you are in your 3 years. Why didn't you pay? And you say you are sophisticated, you know all the contract, you know the wrong government. Then the next thing is about the renovation of the Ministry of Information. Yeah, if good is done, we should applaud the program. But there's the irony of the whole thing. When we are built NSA headquarters, they say, oh, not your own money. When we have the NTA headquarters, they say, oh, not your own money. So now, when you be celebrating renovation, people are going to see the program. When we are playing the local road, they say, not anything. But when you go clear the road, everybody should be facing them for it. What do you go? They are doing people walking at the store. They're not doing anything to bring the people together, but they say they are united party.
Okay,
Chief. What do you say? Everything they say, they talk about
all right, Chief, thank you.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Hello.
What? Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
This is Edmund Carr. I'm a member of the Professional Librarian for Justice. You know, like we were saying on issuing in the society about that lady cry or won't cry. Because when she started complaining earlier, it was because of the media, the role that the media told, especially King's FM, that make the government to start acting as if they wanted to do something for her. But when she came in studio, she disappointed us. After we went after her, before she was able to open her herself to say something, and we told her we were leaving her alone. Okay, because the United Party interest was to cover up the evil deed of Peter Benjamin. So she cried up to present, she who is the mother of the child. They are not telling us even what are happy with our whole case. She want to talk about the neglect. But what the government of Liberia is prosecuting or what happened to Peter Bonjala, whether he's staying in jail, he's not in jail, we don't know anything about it. So we're happy we were standing for her, and she never wanted it. So she coming now this time around to cry. She's going to cry or won't cry. Our advocate said we order it because she put us order it already. Now, you see, Lord, that's why I was saying that the whole no stop building now. So you want to tell me that this president really want to destroy every sector before he leaves the thing that he's quite that what he want to do? And know when you are lying, you can tell. Listen to that raving, the political raving. You talk about owing. When now? How much are we owing now? So is this the reason why you want to raise the $10 million for to go pay the debt? So you don't want to pay the debt?
Yeah.
You going to tear off?
Yeah, that's why you want 10 million for.
Okay.
To put someone in the pocket and say they pay Liberia debt.
Yeah, tear off. This is the same reverend. Immediately, they were announced that we know the election, you keep jumping all up. We have never paid one fee. Only 1 year we were able to pay for the authority of that institution could come and say, no, it is debt that we are owing, but it's not wise. And the part of the United Party people, they want to be misled. They want to see what you need to pay. If you don't pay it, you are unable to go for the test.
They also agree with the chairman and that's not true. He was speaking. Here he is today telling all about owing hotel fee. We are not able to pay 2 years plus. They stay there, they are not able to pay that debt. They now get for $10 million
Okay.
for what we are getting. He's supposed to get 10% of what he want to raise. So it's up to them. They are no star, belong to them. We are all of it. Thank you, sir. Have a nice weekend.
You too. Yes, you're right. Emoka, we all of it. Unity Party, Lone Star. Let's go to the women's line. Hello. Yeah.
I'm especially calling for people remember the concern la pray for justice. Mr. Andrew, to the issue of the Peter Bonjara in the labor. Mr. Andrew, the woman she brought she to you. You were fighting for her. You were fighting for her when she cried. So people can feel sorry for her and help that labor. While a woman be I hate to say what you are indeed. How you were looking like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, so say you are what it is, go there, you do the one, you get something, so we can share it. She be a bar. I want to say for me, she lie on the woman, Mr. Andrew. You go after about more, take them 1 hour more. She said the government do it early, then why now you will count the ready to criticize the government? Why you must say the government has doing well and pressing the government, she made you ugly. She made you ugly. And why does she come out to say the poor are having the who is also I put to you. Even though when that they will not there. And when she pressing the government, they put keep their money in their pocket, they send it to the children. And to the issue of the loan starting, Mr. Andrew, the government. I think we'll get money. We are using a loan starting rap boss to go free them for the game. And they say, Joe, we're not doing nothing for loan start. They're all the national team and do something for loan start. And loan start going to play tomorrow. And tomorrow going to play in free time. How the brother making reserve for the presidency and get on the Lone Star team and do something for the country.
Now, Unity Party, Lone Star, what are they play or they win or they not win? Unity Party, Lone Star, when you're nothing to do with it.
The solution I see, say we are not doing anything for Lone Star, let's work again the national team and do something for Lone Star. You possible, Mr. Andrew? Message in play football and when they play Canada, they make a go kick.
All right. All right. Have a nice day. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Yep.
I was today. We're gonna I don't say today, we're gonna big job we have. Oh, did a job we had our suffer today. Ron here, Ron, Josh, we lie on him, we do something on him. So like we're gonna big about I see is curse on Liberia today. We suffer for this city, we suffer. It's better than that, but that's what we're suffering. Just watch us today. We'll suffer with a big job. We're helping on Liberians, but we never listen. We went against him today, and was real suffering. Yes, yes. Suffering us today. They say everything will go on in that for this government.
All right, Chief. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah. Are you
Fine.
Fine. We are me in Congo. You are right, Charity. You bought a child that can't blow you back. You know, that people that we are the other person for that. What they can't equal with he. They say when they phone travel, they want to see. They phone say after they say, oh, my, we can't go nowhere. If they don't come later, you will not get a the back. Wow. Oh, man. That Genesis. So, they all can do nothing. What I bring that money for that car yet. We are the world place. The way the barroom, and so, the man is go for watching the man. Go mistaking. They will never equal without we are. They are not a part of people. The boy knows well, yeah, the well, mom, now, Fiaco, nothing at all. Thank you.
All right, man, Bessie, have a nice weekend. Hello. Hello, men's line.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, I'm calling from Monrovia, our resident. Yeah, I just want to make a little contribution on this afternoon. Andrew, you see, the rescue party chairman, Luther Beck, when you really listen to a presentation at the House of Representatives on the issue of being a chair on mobilization of Lone Star or the LFA. You see, he was telling the people to look at whole countries, who the bills. And he never mentioned, the past government there. If that thing had been John Weah, that man was talking. They probably talk about news, bad news about Weah. That issue is relating to them.
All right.
The over from 2024 of the president. All the things that Luther have that didn't want, we did a research that the government responsible. That's not John Weah. They will not seize the government. It will seize the government. Don't let the pro wrong with the thing, Brother Andrew.
All right, Chief.
But because he has found no fault, he got to go to the people. Chief for telling the people that we are embarrassing the country. They would say the being the current image, but they embarrassing the country. They're not able to give on the 5,000 to settle those bills, but they got 100,000 to give to those people to go lobby in America.
All right,
they
Chief.
got $10 million to spend in 4 years.
Okay, Chief, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your position is clear. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Hello.
Yeah, I come here.
Fine.
This is Manji. 2 million citizens a concerned Liberian for justice.
Let's hear you, Manji.
Yeah, that woman, when that child died, she was there upset to be blamed. Because if she was going to agree with you, then by now maybe they even in this country. But that time they go forward, they tell us when you go say Google thing, you don't do it, we do something, so they see her in her. Right now she's regretting her. So anything happen to her child, she must get upset to be blamed. Yeah? And LFA people, my brother, Nana, Lunsa, Lunsa, Nana, football team, you know, politics enter inside now. Politics putting inside now. So for everything that the opposition side, even they going now when you keep your friend too much, they say you CDC may get one side. What will be happening down there? That's what now go on straight. Thank you, my dear.
Okay, have a nice weekend, madam. Yo, the Lone Star is an auxiliary of Unity Party. The Lone Star is an extension of Unity Party. Yeah, I just wish those who are who wish to be there can be there. But those who wish not to be there, they can pursue others. I mean, other means. Because listen, my man, many days, you guys who are on that national team, many days, especially those of you who are supporters or have preference for former President George Weah, you people are going to be marginalized. I hope you don't show any sign of that, because if you people did, Unity Party people will pull you out of that national team. If I were you, if you were a supporter of Weah, or Weah is your mayor, you pack your bag and leave that national team. That Unity Party national team, when the people notice it, they will do everything to marginalize you. They'll do everything. If I were you people, you'll leave that national team. There are other teams around here. You'll struggle. You'll get out of Liberia. You'll get in contact. We're in the age of technology. You can find means by which you can get to other countries and pursue, like how other Liberians are moving with their lives. They play in other countries. They have no time for anything here called national team or Lone Star. You people stay over there, and you people on the other side, listen, you're finished. Already, is Sam Johnson still on that team? Forget it. Sam Johnson will start pointing your order with marginalize you. They say a hint to a wise is quite sufficient. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. St. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for giving the opportunity. Thanks to King's FM for doing pro bono job for Liberian people. Mr. St. Andrew, I want to ask a question. What the guys stand to benefit? This current player and former player, what they stand to benefit? When they bring your lives all around here, what they stand to benefit? When I was thing, this Lone Star thing was found by the governing body of sport in Africa, about 10,000 United States dollars. I remember, President, we are paying it at that time when you were at a higher peak playing football. He did a lot of things for Lone Star. Where the guys tend to benefit? Okay, we saying he did not do it. St. Johnson, you are talking about it, man. I think you needed to start sponsoring the Lone Star. And whosoever former player, I think, send you people join a party now. You can still make contributions for the Liberian people. Since you want to get it, we are. It's a liar. We are somebody that can do anything good for anybody for that matter. But only to come to lie to the Liberian people. You please do it right now. Don't need to be discussing the man. Why you get entering the brother so? And you will never be like him. The greatest brother guy. You don't get it. Look at St. Johnson. Taking the man's song. The song, the greatest song guy. You St. Johnson, you don't get it. Why you fighting the one man here? Or you go sit down with Bwaka must say something to you, do the one you say you're closer to him, then the brother will believe you. But lie. There are a lot of people that believe the brother. There are a lot of people that believe that he's a somebody that God sent special that can really help people. You don't have that bad man. Not yet, brother. Thank you very much for giving me the airtime.
Thank you too for calling in. Have a nice day. Thank you all for spicing it up. It's the weekend. We have to go. The 1st of July, please mark it down, Ruth. Mark it down. The 1st of July is Real Talk birthday, my birthday. So all of you people mark it down. Our Seditians are talking though. Unity Party people. So Lone Star is a political party. Lone Star is an auxiliary of Unity Party. The national team is politicized. Lone Star, I even let African football say then you're doing a kind of thing. I can tell one lies I ever attempted to watch. My national team, my club team is FC Barcelona, the world's greatest team. You go play in Sierra Leone, whether the BO, your win, you're not win, your draw, that your business. Yeah. Like, bro, the ball already fizzy. Then you can put politics in football. Big yeah. If I were the only president, that the only president, because if I were the only one forget it, I did not feel be empty. That feel be empty. Very, very empty. So Lone Star is an auxiliary of Unity Party. Lone Star is a political party, a political organization, rather, called Unity Party Lone Star. Okay, so thank you all. Let's go home on sporting note. The World Cup is coming up. Before the World Cup transfers are going on. Hey, no call yet, oh madam. No call yet. Yeah, y'all hold on to the call. We're going home now. Yeah. I know y'all want to stay blast. Yeah. Yeah. I hold you for your way, yeah? By Monday, y'all deal with them. Yeah. Y'all deal with them, please. So the World Cup is set for June 11. From June 11 to July 19. The World Cup. Next week. The World Cup starts next week. 3 countries hosting the World Cup: USA, Canada, and Mexico. The opening match, Mexico versus South Africa. That will be on June 11 in Mexico City. So next week, and most of the games, depending on the time zone, we might watch them in the evening, Liberian time, or early morning when we're sleeping, or you wake up 9 o'clock, the game is on, or 2 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the night, because those countries have different time zones. But those are the 3 countries that are co-hosting the World Cup: America, Canada, and Mexico. It starts next week, Tuesday. No, not next week. Today is what? Today is the 5th. Tomorrow is the 6th. And then Sunday the 7th. Monday the 8th. Tuesday the 9th. 10th. So that's Thursday. Thursday. Yes, that will be on Thursday. Next week, Thursday, the World Cup starts. But before the World Cup, you have transfer news. Transfer news. The various clubs are buying players to get started in August. Yeah. They say Real Madrid sign. Yeah. Real Madrid. They say your sign the guy, how to call him? Dumfries from Inter Milan. And they say you're going to sign Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. All right. So let's see. We've done our first signing, FC Barcelona. We already have our first signing. We are moving to strengthen our midfield and defense. In the coming days, we will be announcing the next player, FC Barcelona, the world's greatest team. So let's do it for Nasa. She's widely referred to as Yasa Molba. Your birthday will be on Sunday, June 7. We say happy pre-birthday to you. You're there in Iron Factory. Congratulations as you get ready to celebrate your birthday. Yes, your birthday. Nasa Molba, but you are widely or commonly referred to as Yasa, or they just say Yasa, but the name is Nasa, N-A-S-S-A. But most people, they just call it short because they use Yasa. So you can say Yasa. And she accepts too. She any way they call, she has your birthday is on the 7th of June. That will be on Sunday. We say celebrate in grand style. Yasa Molba of Iron Factory. Your birthday is on Sunday. Great. So we've got transfer news. Real Madrid have signed, according to them, Dumfries, while Barcelona is still pursuing Julian Alvarez from Inter Milan. Inter Milan is stiff-necked. They don't want to accept Barcelona's first offer of 100 million. Now the politics has entered into it. Real Madrid wants to hijack the deal. Real Madrid is about to splash 150 million. Atletico Madrid does not want to sell Alvarez to Barcelona. They will prefer he goes to Arsenal or PSG out of Spain. They don't want to sell him to FC Barcelona. That way, he will be a threat to them. So, but the player himself is insisting that he wants to play for FC Barcelona. So they are where they are. They are still talking. Atletico Madrid president is stiff-necked. He doesn't want to give in, but he will with time, because even if another club puts up 200 million, the decision lies with the player. The decision is not with the money. We've seen that for years. The decision lies with the player, not with the money. A club can put up 200 million and that club is open to accepting the 200 million. If the player said he does not want to go to that club, that 200 million is insignificant. So Real Madrid have done it many times. They put up huge amount and the player said no. Barcelona too, they have done it many times and the player said no. So I'm explaining it for you people this way so you will know. You don't be carried away by the huge amount. In this situation, Real Madrid can put up 150 million. Atletico Madrid will be excited to accept the 150 million because that 150 million can give them 2 or 3 or 4 players. They will be open to accepting that 150 million from Real Madrid. The obstacle will be the player himself. If the player says he does not want to play, he does not want to go to Real Madrid, that 150 million will be insignificant. Real Madrid will withdraw that money back and Atletico Madrid can do nothing about it. If the player says, yes, he's open to accepting going to Real Madrid, then that 150 million will go, and then the player now will become the highest paid player. Real Madrid wants him to be in the middle, and then they will push Vinicius, who is always on the side, Kylian Mbappe on the other side. So they have signed a defender in Dumfries. Yeah, he's from Netherlands. He plays for Inter Milan. But that's the first. And Kanute. They've signed Kanute too, the Liverpool defender. So they've signed 2 players already. Dumfries has gone through his medical process, and he will be signing officially as a Real Madrid player. Next is Kanute. So your Real Madrid fans, at least you'll get something to cheer, get something to laugh about. At least you're bringing the BB names. When you're bringing in them back out, you can carry the cup because I are able to just sound BB names. Yeah. Okay. So that's it, man. That's how we go home. Thank you ever so much for being with us. If God permits, we're back tomorrow, meaning next week. Face the Issues is on. You want to join Newton Togba and the Diaspora team this evening at 8 o'clock with Face the Issues. That will be at 8 o'clock. Newton Togba and the Diaspora team will be in at 8 with Face the Issues. Join them, please. If God permits, we're back Monday.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5.